hotels to carry cases on. I find it rather hard to imagine them having hotel porters here.
But a guy can just do it all himself. Murray, yeah. I mean, the first time when he said his name, I kind of went, wait, Murray. Immediately it makes me think of Murray from Monkey Island, which is quite a different character, I must say. Quite a different character, but still. Guestbook. Can we examine that? He's not going to be happy with that if we do that, though, is he? Got some interesting stuff, though. Let's see.
If at all, that thing was maybe used during the first months when the place opened. I'd like to bet it hasn't turned a wheel since.
Could be. Also, yeah, what I actually wanted to say before I went off rambling about Murray. Yeah, that some patients escaped. I don't know, I get the strange feeling, the way it was mentioned, that is going to be important. That is going to be important, I don't know. That's my gut feeling. Pick up the dish.
Murray seems to have just been eating something. I'm guessing that he's the only employee in his hotel, so he can't just go and leave his position at the counter to go and eat. The knife hasn't been used. I'll take it. Maybe I can still find a use for it.
It's a bit weird to just stand in the lobby and take a knife, but, you know, alright.
A bottle of schnapps. Maybe I could grab it while Murray's not looking.
How do we distract him then?
It's probably crockery that was intended for the guests. I can't see anything special about it.
Alrighty.
A classic dark brown leather armchair. The arms are worn somewhat. It's seen better days for sure. What the? A cheap plastic mask of Samuel Gordon. Toy knife with blood-stained blade. And the worst thing is that you can bet that some of my fellow humans actually buy this stuff.
Probably.
And what's this thing supposed to be? The original soul key. Summon dark forces and scare the pants off your friends. Lights up in 3 different colors. Gruesome sound effects. Hellish fun. Batteries not included. I can't get my head around it.
Wait, we can pick that up?
I'd rather chop my hand off than buy this plastic crap from China and speed up global warming and the demise of mankind. I'd rather chop my hand off. And what's lights up in 3...
Okay, yeah, alright, we get it. You don't, but for some reason we get that icon to pick it up, so at some point we're going to, which is going to be interesting.
A stand with what looks like tasteless postcards from tourists. They show either pictures of the village or blood-stained knives. Here's one with a screaming woman on it. Willow Creek. I was here and survived. Willow Creek. Makes your blood freeze. Willow Creek. Home of murderers. Unbelievable. You know, I can never be bothered with most postcards. But here's a card with a drawn map of the area showing the murder locations of 12 years ago.
Well, that's a map. That's good to have.
I could use the map to help me keep myself oriented. I'll take it with me.
You don't have to pay for that.
I'll put it on your bill.
Alright.
A whole row of old-fashioned lockboxes. Although they're only made of wood, they look like they're still tricky to break open.
Ah, we'll find a way.
A whole row of old-fashioned
Alright, telephone.
An old-fashioned telephone. It's probably meant to be classic, but to be honest, it's just old.
No. Not the lockboxes again. Should you call? I think Murray should get a call and then we can grab the flask. Guestbook.
Angelina checked in here and is staying in room 13. The guest book probably can't tell me much more.
Well, there's 2 keys missing. Well, there should be 3 missing now, but, you know. Who's the other guest?
Even if there was something interested in the guest book, I'm sure Murray wouldn't give me a look. The hotel's reputation, you understand? Oh, man.
Oh, you gotta love Darren.
Even if there was something interested in the guest book, I'm sure the hotel's reputation.
Yeah, alright.
One of the keys belongs to Angelina's room. It's number 13. But I can't get my hands on it while Murray's standing at the counter. One of the keys belongs to...
Alright, looping. Looping achieved. Wait, there's more in the armchair.
Until I found Angelina, I don't have any time to rest.
That's not really my intention, but, you know. So, 2 things we want to, we can achieve if we distract Murray. Let's first talk to the guy. Maybe we can get some general information out of him. The soul key. Strange subject to start with, but let's do it.
What's that then? A soul key?
They are powerful, magical artifacts. After the murders 12 years ago, the police seized documents from the castle. Amongst them were also pictures of these soul keys. Samuel Golden must have been nigh on obsessed by them. The police believe that Samuel had several of them.
Perhaps the devil himself gave him the order to do it.
Perhaps. What's for certain is that he killed for it, and that the keys, assuming they ever existed, disappeared when he committed suicide.
And what has that got to do with this plastic trash?
That's no trash! Do you know how expensive it was to produce thousands of these and ship them here? Pal, that cost me a fortune.
Thousands! How many have you sold?
Put it this way, I won't need to reorder in the near future. Even though they're so fantastic. Or they even light up when you put a battery in them.
Oh, awesome.
Nice. Wait, we can ask about Black Mirror. Ooh, this should be good. This should be good. The game's just getting more and more interesting every set. Let's ask about Angelina first, though.
What else can you tell me about Angelina?
Don't know. Nice girl. Seems to be out a lot. Always went off for a couple of hours, then back to her room, then out again.
Did you notice anything? Was she nervous? Afraid?
No, not really. She seemed to be a bit stressed. Tense. And always in a hurry. That's just what young people are like.
Did you call the police when she didn't come back last night?
Why should I? She paid up front. Everything's fine.
Oh yeah, everything's fantastic. She might be bleeding to death in the woods or in the hands of violent kidnappers. But she paid up front.
Calm down. Nothing will have happened to her. Absolutely nothing's happened here for 12 years, unfortunately.
Wait, we can now... He's not going to give us the room key. Don't even try, Darren. But I guess, considering it's on topic...
Couldn't you perhaps give me Angelina's room key?
If you buy the hotel and let me retire, then we can talk about it.
And if I forget a 50-pound note on the counter, would you go outside to look at the pretty pictures on it in the daylight?
Young man, this is a quality hotel. I can't and won't allow its reputation to be damaged.
No one will notice. There's not a soul here.
You can't bribe me, and that's that.
Told you, Darren. Alright, so what should we start with?
What did you say this building used to be?
The old Ashbury Sanatorium. The legendary, the gruesome, the unfathomable sanatorium of the crazy Robert Golden.
I see.
Sir Robert was Samuel Golden's uncle on his father's side. He lived in the castle and was, of course, like all Gordons, completely insane. He conducted experiments on the patients here in the sanatorium. Illegal experiments. Terrible experiments.
And no one noticed.
He mostly did it at night, alone. He only had one accomplice in the village, Dr. Herman. Both were murdered before their schemes were uncovered. But strange things have been happening since their deaths. People claim to have seen spectral apparitions in these corridors and sounds that come out of the ground.
Sure, and that's probably written large on the front of your flyers, right? A couple of ghosts would surely be good for business. It's just a shame it's absolute moonshine.
Alright. Willow Creek then. I don't know, let's actually end with Willow Creek.
What's that castle out there on the hill?
That's the famous Black Mirror Castle, ancestral home of the Golden family. There are few buildings here that have a history as fascinating and blood-soaked.
Why, what happened there?
What didn't happen there, more like?